Hello everyone and welcome back to this case study where we're going to help Yossi and his team at AirProof 2.0 see how Odoo can help them meet their needs. So let's first go over the requirements. So, as you recall, they have 5 drones and they manage some accessories. They need a CRM to manage their leads and opportunities in their sales cycle, with a sales app to help generate proposals with prices that fluctuate based on time of year, products, as well as client level. Then we're going to involve the accounting team who will invoice for payments and manage those payments. Then the inventory team for distribution, receipt, and general inventory management. From there, the purchase team will be involved and need to use this app for procurement. And then we have our manufacturing team who will be responsible for product transformation. This is what they need out of a platform, so let's see how Odoo can meet these requirements. First, Crm and Sales. We will have 2 parties involved here. The first party will be the intern. The intern will be cold calling these businesses, qualifying them, determining if they actually want our products, who will then assign it to the sales team who will finish up the sales cycle. Then the sales representative will finish up the sales cycle, qualify them even further if necessary, and send a proposal. So let's see how we can use Odoo to meet these needs. First, let's look at the intern. As you can see here, we are logged in as the intern because you see that's their name, very original. Now, they'll have fewer apps to see because, of course, the access rights limit what they have access to. Now we can dive into the CRM. This is where they'll be living. Now, because they don't manage opportunities, they'll focus more on leads specifically. Now, they can create leads manually should they choose to do so, or if they have a list that's already curated, they can simply go to favorites and import those records whenever necessary. But let's create a record manually in this case. So in this moment, we're talking to a client looking for nice drones. Excellent. And the company they work for? Alpha. And the person we're talking to is Bet. Now, Bet's email is important because we need to reach out to them with the system. He is the purchase manager, and this is his phone number. Don't try to call it probably won't work. And then let's make sure we have address information because we do need to ship it somewhere correctly. San Francisco, right around my neck of the woods, California, 94131, and United States. All this is necessary information for what we're going to perform later. So this is nice because we can record all the necessary information, keep track of our notes of our sale, and of course prioritize all the necessary tags that we want to see, drones and accessories. This would be helpful for the sales representative later to know what to look for and where to direct the conversation. Now what's nice is what we have is a chatter. This chatter feature exists everywhere in Odoo. Any outward and internal documents have this feature. It's really powerful because it's great to keep track of back and forth correspondences as well as the history of what happened here. So for instance, I call this individual and I need to record this information. Now, software ideally is intended for both users as well as management. In this case, as a user, I'm going to schedule an activity, which is call qualified this client. Bet is very interested and wants a product demo. I can complete this activity, marking that I performed it. In fact, you'll even see it in the chatter as recorded and timestamped right now. I can then log a note, message whomever, such as my colleague Richard. Got a hot one for you, buddy. Go get him. And great, I've now performed my duty. Now what's left and final is to convert to an opportunity and assign it to a sales team or salesperson. Now if there are other opportunities that exist, great, I can merge, or you know what, I can just leave it as is, convert and create new. Let's just convert and create. Now it is now in the CRM pipeline of our sales team. Now as the intern, this is not my responsibility anymore, so let's dive into Richard's perspective. Now I am Richard, the sales representative. Let's go look at my CRM pipeline. I can see what I have assigned to me. John Smith, Bigsby, and of course, Applegates. Now what I'm looking at here is our CRM pipeline. This is your sales stages that you have in Odoo. You can customize these as you see fit. For instance, I have a new qualified proposition in one stage. I can expand the one because it's defaulted to folded, so I can see, okay, great, good products you got here. However, I want to add another stage such as proposition because there is some negotiation that occurs. So I can quickly customize this however I see fit. Drag and drop it to where it belongs in this funnel, and we're good to go. Now I do have opportunities I need to look at, so let's remove this filter to see what else is left. If I remove that filter, I will see, oh look, there's a client, Bet from Alpha, who's looking for some drones and accessories. It's already been qualified, but let's dive into it first before we do so. I can come in here, see all this information. All right, excellent, this looks great. I have our notes of our sale, contact information, address, perfect. And oh look, our intern is helping me out. What a great guy. So from here, I can move it into qualified because we did qualify it. And you know what? I'm going to send him an email. So as you recall, in the chatter still exists everywhere. I can send a message and type whatever I need to see here. Hey, Bet. However, this may not be as formal as we might like it to be. So what's really nice is we have the ability to expand and get an email composer. If I expand here with this full composer, you'll get this wizard that will pop up with an email. The information I put in previously is there. However, you know what? I want to have a template because this is an email I write all the time. Maybe other sales reps need to send this as well. So let's have a template. Fortunately, we have one. We can open this up and first contact. Great. We have, hey, Bet, my name is false. Whoops, that's not me. What happened here? Well, if we actually open up our email, this use template external link, we can actually see the backend aspect of it. As you can see, there's a bunch of alien language here. What is this? Well, this actually comes from dynamic placeholders. We can specify, for instance, a salesperson and get their name. And Odoo will automatically generate the alien language we talked about earlier, and all I have to simply do is copy and paste this wherever I see fit. So if I go back to the content, you'll see it's already there. So clearly, I didn't fill information in the previous screen. So let's quickly back up and fix that. So as you notice, there's no salesperson. So let's quickly edit, add me in, and we're good to go. Now it's officially mine. So let's go back and send that email. Specify that template. There it is. Hey, Bet, my name is Richard. Here's my contact information. Let's chat. I can send this out, even attach a file should I see fit, such as a brochure if necessary, and Odoo will send this to our client. Now, as you recall, everything is tracked in the chatter. So should Bet reply back to me, their response will be logged in this chatter as an outward email, but I'll get a notification in my email inbox. Fantastic. Now that I've completed that email, I'll schedule my activity because again, it is my onus on me to make sure I log my activities. Complete, done, and schedule next. Now let's assume that Bet gets back to me, and what I need to do is send a quote. And you know what? I'm going to do that today. So I can change this to today and schedule. And now you'll notice the activity is logged here down below, send a quote. It's color-coded yellow for activities due today. Future activities are green, and past activities are, you'll guess it, red. So let's go ahead and move it to proposition stage, where I want to send them a quotation. And what's nice is that we have the direct integration between Crm and Sales, where we have a new quotation button here in the left-hand corner. Simply press the new quotation, and we have all the information here. Now I can set an expiration date because you know time of the year. Price lists where I can fluctuate, perhaps it's July or December, or they're a gold star member, they can get different prices, and we can see that in action. And then we have our quotation template. Now, of course, I can quickly add a product right away, 5.0. However, what if there's a product that they're looking for that I have to add more products of? For instance, all the accessories. And maybe this is a bundle that I sell on a regular basis. So you know what? With a quick 2 clicks, I can add a bundle which will pre-populate the quotation with the necessary information. Not only that, it will actually organize it with sections. And these sections are really powerful because it will actually also keep it clean, nice, and organized, and subtotal it. Now we also want to make sure we have a payment term specified. In this case, we take down payment, if you recall, 50% now and net 15 after shipment. Now that's good to go. We all have this information. Let's see how the price list works. We can easily update them to Gold Star members because you know we like them. Bet's a pretty nice guy. And we can see how 50 units will change the price. Now 1 unit was $1,000 per unit, but 50 is now $950, benefiting them from the discount. However, in this case, Bet just wants the 1, no discounts for the time being. That's okay. Now we can also say, you know what, you're a first-time flyer, let's give you a discount. We'll add a note here where we can say free for first-time flyers. And now we can move this wherever we see fit. In this case, pack of blades. These are very small margins for us, no big deal, 100% discount. Let's keep them as a client. Now we're almost ready because you know what? We do need to make sure that we can send this in the correct way. We're gonna add some shipping. Now, AirProof 2.0 uses FedEx. So using our FedEx integration, we can add a shipping, make sure the weight is there. We need the contact information, address, and we can get the rate. This rate will automatically pull directly from the integration we have, and we can use this value and add it to the quotation directly. And Odoo will automatically add it down below. In fact, we can even add more sections to keep this organized. Shipping and handling. And drag it right above it and some more organization. Perfect. So let's send it by email. Now, however, one of the things we want to do is, of course, when we send it, we can accept the order on their behalf should they say, yes, we like it. However, if we want to put the onus on the client, we can actually require a signature. If we go over to other information, you can see we have an online signature required, which is fantastic. So let's save this and send it by email. Now, just like before, sending an email, we'll use a template like we saw in the CRM. The template's already specified. We even have a PDF copy of the quote that we're going to send to our client. Now it's on its way directly to the client, all is well. Now let's see what the client sees on their end if they wanted to sign themselves. We have a customer preview. If we open up the customer preview, you'll see it looks just like the quote, and there's the organization we were talking about. The drone, the accessories, and the shipping and handling with all the necessary subtotaling. Fantastic. Now we can go ahead and have the client accept it. Now Bet can, of course, have their own signature, or they can auto-load it if they need to. Perfect. Very beautiful. Better than what I would have done. Accept and sign. And what's happening in this end is that it's going to automatically move it into confirm status. We see that it's the sales order 10, and we can look at the chatter to see below that order has been signed. So let's go to the back end real quick. Now we go to the back end. Excellent. We are here. We can see that they accepted and signed this order. It's moved into sales order status. We have a delivery automatically generated, which we'll look into later. And down below, we have the signature signed by Brett. We can expand it, and you'll see the PDF quotation version, identical to what you saw online. And we can scroll to the very bottom and see that we accepted that signature. Excellent. So let's go see what's next. Now that we've completed the sale, or at least started the sale, who's next? Now we have invoicing. The accounting team comes into play. As you recall, we do accept down payments first, 50% now, and then 15% of the remaining payment, or half, 15 days after shipment. So let's go see how this works. This is actually a really cool feature. It's a very nice one. So you'll notice the create invoice button is white. This means that we cannot accept payment, or we can't invoice from them quite yet, because we only invoice based on ordered quantities, or delivered quantities, sorry. So what we can do is create an invoice for the down payment. This is a very nice feature, and it's actually quite more powerful than you might realize, because what it does is it takes away some of the work for you. First, you don't need to calculate what 50% is. Odoo has that handled. Create and view invoice. It will now create a brand new invoice for the 50% discount, or down payment. And you'll notice that it's not of the products themselves, it's just a down payment. So we can confirm this, hitting our accounts receivable, and register payment, because maybe they sent it via wire, cash, credit card, you name it. So now we register payment, invoice is closed, that's done. Now we can continue on with the rest of our workflow. Next, inventory. Inventory is responsible for managing the inventory levels on hand, making sure they communicate with our purchase department for procurement, receive inventory that we purchase, and of course deliver. So let's see what that looks like. So of course we can go back to the sales order following our breadcrumb. Now that we're back on the sales order, we can look at what we need to do from here. So we have the invoice delivery information. So because of our link with our sales and inventory, we can see in the smart button a delivery order. If we check availability, this is what the inventory team will see. They can check availability, which will look at inventory on hand, and if it is available, assign it to this order or reserve it. And you'll notice we don't have some products. what's going on here. So we can actually dive into it. We have one expected to receive today, and we can even look at a forecast report of how much we have on hand. Now, this is a product we manufacture. We do not have it on hand at the moment because it's not necessarily purchased on a regular basis. So what we need to do is manufacture this. So if we dive out and look at the inventory team, we can see what they see. Now what you see in front of you are the main operations of our inventory team, receiving and delivery. Now, of course, we have manufacturing here because they could be doing the same thing, probably the same department. Now, what we want to focus on is replenishment. A new feature of version 14 under the operations menu item is our replenishment screen. This is quite nice because it gives our clients the flexibility to choose how they want to procure more equipment. So let's remove these filters and see what's available. Excellent. So you can see we have our pack of blades, shell, camera, all scheduled to buy. We have on hand 58 of all these different items. Excellent. So it looks like we're good to go. However, not the camera or the drone 5.0. So what do we need to do? So for this instance, let's go take a look at how that works and behaves in our inventory team. If we go to our manufacturing module, if you recall, one of the next steps is the purchase and of course manufacturing. So the purchase team, what they'll do is they'll come in play to buy the necessary equipment that we don't have. For instance, the camera, which is a product that they rarely store because it's a made-to-order product. From there, the manufacturing team will assemble it and put it all together, making sure that all the components are neatly in place so that we can deliver this final product. So let's go see this and how this works. So if we go to the manufacturing module, we can go to our main dashboard we see here, and you see that there's 2 orders already in place for sales order. Well, both these are actually for the reorder rules, manufacturing order 7 and 8. If we actually look at manufacturing number 8, which is the newest one, we can see that we need the shell, camera, battery, pack of blades, bolts, and nuts. And you see a production orders are being created. We can check availability to see if anything's on hand, and it looks like it's not. We don't have the camera, battery, or pack of blades. So where do we get those? So if we go back to the replenishment screen, we can see and decide how we choose to get them. Camera, battery, pack of blades. Operations, replenishment. Remove these filters. We have the camera, battery, pack, and blades. So here we notice that we need to perhaps buy more. We have a forecast of 58. So let's change this up. We want to have a minimum quantity of 50 because business is picking up, and a max of 100. And we'll do the same thing with pack of blades here. And for this camera, we're going to buy it this one time. We can specify the camera vendor and order. Great. And just to be sure that we have our products ordered, all good to go, camera vendor. So how does this work? Let's go to our purchase module. The purchasing team is now automatically informed that they need to buy components. Which one do we know? Well, first off, if we look, we have the top one, camera vendor, RFQ P09. This has the camera we're looking for. We have a few orders also asking for it, so we're looking for 3. All we need to do, just like with the CRM, is send this out, request for quotation, and get approval. So we send by email. It has the same functionality where the email template comes up, pre-filled information, and we can send it out with a quote copy. Now the vendor can get back to us, agree, disagree, say what's going on, and perfect, we can confirm the order. You'll notice that this vendor is actually not on time with most of his deliveries. We have a receipt date specified of the 7th, and unfortunately, 40% of the time, they're on time. But let's confirm the order. We still want to work with them in this case, and we'll receive the products. You'll notice it automatically links with the inventory module. A receipt is automatically generated. So with a seamless integration between modules, we can come to the receipt section, see that we need to receive these 3 units, and validate. We're going to receive all 3, no issues, no fuss, and now inventory will be automatically up to date. We can actually even see this in the inventory module. Go to inventory, reporting, inventory report, and there we have camera 3 units. So there's a direct link between purchasing and inventory. When we receive it, inventory is automatically up to date. Let's go ahead and make sure we have the other products we need. Going back to purchase, we have this RFQ here for 3 different reorder rules, kind of late, and has all these different products that we need. In fact, this is probably not the right one. It's this one right here, drone manufacturer. There we go. We need all these parts, components, up to date, few months ago. So let's confirm this order and let's receive it. We'll just validate, make sure all the products are received. Fantastic. Now we're ready to go. Manufacturing now is involved to ensure that we manufacture this product, of course, and assemble it. Now, how can we tell Odoo what is needed for each product? If we actually go to our products and bill of materials, we can look at our drone 5.0 to see how to build it. You'll notice that it requires a shell, camera, battery, pack of blades, nuts, and bolts. And this is what's needed. And so if we go back to our manufacturing order, we can see manufacturing order number 8. You'll notice that everything is now automatically reserved and available with the green graph signs, exactly what we want to see. So from here, we can mark as done. This will automatically consume the components and produce a finished good, updating inventory as necessary. So apply, completed all the moves. We can see the chatter, keeping track of all the things that have been done. And we can even look at the cost analysis. Each product will have its own cost associated to it, and we can see our per unit cost for this one unit, which is fantastic because we sold it for $1,000. That's quite a big margin. We're doing very well for ourselves. And we can even see product moves of what came in, what came out. Now, if we want to ensure that inventory did go up to date, we can look at our inventory module, or even just start typing inventory report, find the one we need. And there we go, drone 5.0, 3 units in stock, one of which was just created just now. So next up, delivery. So now we have inventory continued, who will then deliver the product to our client with the FedEx integration we have in place. So going back to the main dashboard, again, the main operations, we have 4 delivery orders. Now the one we're looking for is Alphabet, sales order number 10, keeping in mind the source document, which helps guide us to which is the correct order to follow through. So Alphabet is here, ready to go. Excellent. We can check availability. Excellent. All is reserved, expected. Fantastic. And we can see all the information down below. Now, if we look at additional information, we do have the FedEx carrier here. So we do want to generate a label so we can stick it on the box and send it off on its merry way. So let's validate, consuming all the components as necessary. Looks like there's less than initial demand. Let's create a back order. This just means we haven't shipped as much. General failure. Delete that. And so let's just finish what we need here. It looks like we're a little running low. Complete the one. And validate. Uh-oh. Probably due to the shipping carrier. Not bad, not good. We can edit this out, right? So we're gonna go here. Let's just remove this for now. Let's see if that fixes it. Excellent. Now that we've shipped the product, we're good to go. We can finish up our sales process or invoicing process. So we'll go to the sales module to do so. As you recall, now that we shipped, we have the invoicing continued, which is where we get that beautiful payment for the rest of the order. So we'll go to the sales module here. To invoice. Now, the sales module is for the sales team. However, the accounting team does have a menu item here as well, the to invoice screen. This will have all the orders where the invoicing policy is met, such as to invoice based on delivery or invoice based on ordered. In this case, we have Alphabet, where we're ready to go. So we can see here, let's open this up. There's different products, the different shipping methods if necessary. Fantastic. We can now create an invoice, as you notice. When we create the invoice, you will perform a regular invoice deducting the down payment. This is extra nice because what happens is, as you recall, now Odoo memorizes all these kind of transactions for you. You don't need to remember that, oh, we received a down payment from these guys. So Odoo has this in memory, and so when we create that new invoice, it will bring forward all the products as well as the down payment previously received, as you can see here. Beautiful. So all we need to do is confirm this and wait for the client to pay, whether it's cash, credit card, check, wire transfer, you name it. Register the payment, create that payment, and all is honky-dory. So the conclusion, Odoo is a seamless one-stop shop to meet all our clients' needs, AirProof 2.0. We are able to create a lead, convert that to an opportunity, have a sales order generated, send a quotation out to the client, get them to sign, send a down payment invoice, receive that payment. Then our inventory team was informed that they needed to ship products very easily, and then they informed our purchase team to buy the components that we needed in order to manufacture. The manufacturing team assembled it, put it together, gave it back to the inventory team, and they shipped it out with our invoicing team, accounting team, finalizing this whole process by receiving that final payment for the remaining half of the invoice. All without leaving the system, no customization, no development, seamless integration between modules. Now this was Odoo's approach to handling these requirements. If you have ideas or other methods that you think are great, please submit them. We'd love to hear them. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.